Hi guys, and welcome to the Home Internationals at Vale View. I am sorry, but I forgot my memory card for my camera, so the video quality might not be absolutely 100% 4K because I don't have my expensive camera. Well, I do, but it doesn't have a memory card. So anyway, Kieran's bringing my memory card up this afternoon, but for now I'll have to do all the footage on my phone, so the quality will get better later. So anyway, we have just arrived here at Vale View. We're at the Home Internationals. We are here for 3 days. Leggy is settled in his stable, even though it's literally like a tiny box, and it's made me very sad because they can't even put their heads out the door, but I'm not going to complain about that anymore. So what we've got to do now is we're on Friday. Like I said, we're here for 3 days, and today we've got the trot up and the vet's inspection, and then I'm going to take him for a hack. But yeah, so I've got to go and plait up now, ready for the trot up, and I go in with my team, and basically I'm hoping to introduce you to my team members and make this a really fun event and just fun times. And yeah, I will explain a little bit more tonight about what the Home Internationals is, but in the meantime, if you enjoy the videos, give us a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and yeah, let's get going. Plait up time, ready for the trot up. So we are all past and through the trot up. Leggy was good. He always gets a little bit grumpy in the trot up, so he tries to bite me. I don't know if you saw that, but I don't want to school him too much because I had a really good schooling session on him yesterday. So I'm actually taking him out on a little hack, so that's really nice. Yeah, so there's not really a great deal going on today. We're not actually staying in the lorry tonight. We're staying in a Airbnb, so I will show you our little house later. I am so glad we booked an Airbnb and not stayed in the lorry because there is one shower between like 300 people, so that's not great. Anyway, yeah, I'll catch up with you a bit later. Yeah, bye Lego.
Good morning all. It is Saturday today. We are back at our Airbnb that we came to last night because we weren't staying in the lorry. I think I told you this yesterday, but Kieran was coming with us, my husband, and he didn't want to stay in the lorry, but I don't blame him because yeah, the bathroom shower situation is not great at Vale View. Anyway, so what we're doing today is I'm going to go down, I'm going to help some of my friends, some of my teammates in the warm-up and stuff, and watch their tests. I'm gonna take Leggy for a hand graze. Later on I'll take him for a hack as well, because as you know, I don't like keeping him in the stables because his legs swell up, but you know all this, so I won't go on about it. Yeah, and then we're not competing until 4 o'clock this afternoon, so we've got quite a long day, which is fine. I don't mind competing later, it's not a problem. So I'll just make sure to keep him moving as much as possible throughout the day and make sure he's not just like left in his stable. Anyway, we're going to go back to Vale View now, and I'll take you with us, and yeah, that's it.
Your dream, we were ordering some treats. You said it would be alright. I tried to stop you, asking why. You started out to face it, my heart went off like crazy. You pressed your arms on my head, we fell into my small bed. You started out to face it, my heart went off like crazy. I felt my breath was taken, we were about to make it.
Lauren.
I've got
Hi everybody. Hi Steph. Hi Tracy. Pat's asleep. No, he's not. He's doing some crunches.
I like this one.
Just resting his eyes.
He looks happy.
Okay guys, so the time has come. I'm going to get dressed now and then go and plait up, warm up, get on. I've just watched a couple of my friends compete and they've all done amazing. So yeah, I love doing these events because, well, I love doing the team events because you're all there together and it's a lot more fun. So anyway, I'm gonna get dressed now. It's time for day one of competing.
I'm fed up with changes. Come pick me up cause I just wanna see the light. I wanna be weightless. Teach me to fly, I won't be coming down. Could somebody wake me up? I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. Yeah. I just see her face wherever I look. She's standing in the crowd. So let go, I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, let a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. Cause I just wanna see the light. I'm so sick of waiting and getting too restless to be in this dusty town. I've heard of this place where people forget and you get another try. So come open up my door. I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. I won't see your face wherever I look. I'm blinded by the light. I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. Cause I just wanna see the light. Yeah, I just wanna see the light. I'm fed up with changes. Come pick me up cause I just wanna see the light. I wanna be weightless. Teach me to fly, I won't be coming down. Could somebody wake me up? I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. Yeah. I just see her face wherever I look. She's standing in the crowd. So let go, I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, let a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. Cause I just wanna see the light. I'm so sick of waiting and getting too restless to be in this dusty town. I've heard of this place where people forget and you get another try. So come open up my door. I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. I won't see your face wherever I look. I'm blinded by the light. I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. Cause I just wanna see the light. Yeah, I just wanna see the light.
Were you a good boy, Leggy? You were a good boy. He says, I'm always a good boy. Never a bad boy. I don't know, to be fair. I think I was close to the end. Said my only issue was as I fell over on the centre line. He says,
hi guys, so we're back at home, or at home temporarily for the stay at the home internationals. I feel so, I think the best word is deflated. I feel really, I don't even want to say sad. I don't even feel sad. If anything, I feel a bit pissed off. Because basically, I feel like it doesn't matter in some cases what we do. It's just like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so Leggy, you saw the test that he did. Okay, he could have been a bit more engaged. Sometimes he was dropping a little bit behind the pole, which I corrected. You know, I picked him up through the back and then he was a lot better. I actually thought the expression was loads better. He was picking the trot up, he was rhythmical, he didn't make a mistake. Okay, I know he had a stumble at the end, but they didn't mark him down too much for that because his centre line was really straight and he stood square after, you know, in between the falling over. But I just feel like, I don't know what I could do. He did such a good test with expression and he scored 64%. I mean, but why? He came 9th today. I think the winner won it on 67. And again, it's over 2 days. So, you know, it's a score that's going to go towards everything. But why? Why does he come 9th? So I got my friends watching the tests. And one of my friends watched all the tests and they said he was like one of the only, in fact I think he was the only horse to get around that test without a mistake. That means out of 25 riders, we were the only ones to score a clear round, to not make a mistake in the changes, to do all the things correct. And his test sheet showed that, you know, he never scored a low mark at all, but it was like 6, 6.5, 6, 6.5, 6, 6. He scored 7s for his changes because they are great, but everything else was just 6s and 6.5s, and all they could say was more over the back, more expression, more, you know, and it's not really, you know, I know we can work on certain stuff, but it just feels like them saying, well, that's great, you've done good, he's done clear, he's listening. They literally write at the bottom, obedient horse. Somebody put, what a lovely boy. Somebody else put, fantastic changes, extremely obedient. But then I don't get the scores. And that's not true, because I don't always not get the scores. Because if you've been watching these vlogs for a while, you know that sometimes we do get the scores. Like, you know, I've qualified now for 3 classes at our area festival nationals, which is amazing. So he can score well. It's just like some people, I don't know whether they look at us and think that we shouldn't be together, that we shouldn't be a combination. He's not bred for it, and it's days like this where I'm just like, it doesn't matter how hard you try or how hard you train, some people just don't like us, and that's how I feel. So no, I'm not gonna cry about it, but like I'm just angry because I feel like I don't know what else to do, and it's just one day. But you know, I've spent like over 300 quid to come here. The Airbnb was like £200. So do you see where I'm coming from? I'm not a wealthy person. So this is like a lot of money to put into something to get place average. And again, I know I'm sounding a bit like, but I wouldn't mind if I got placed average if I did an average test. But when he was the only one to make a mistake-free test, it shouldn't be average. He should be above average. But, you know, I just like to tell you lot how it is at the time, because I think that's important, and I think it's good not to, you know, sugarcoat it. And I always encourage people to ride without warm bloods, and I always say, you know, you can do it if you don't have a warm blood. So I always feel a bit like I'm contradicting myself when I do these things, but unfortunately this is how it is. Sometimes we don't get this, in fact a lot of the times we don't, and we score good marks and we get lovely comments. So yeah, that's it basically for today. I feel like a bit rubbish, and I love my boy. I love him so much, honestly. I can't tell you how much I love him, because he tries, and he just tries so hard. And I feel like he doesn't get the respect that he should do. So, anyway, I don't know what else to say apart from that ranting. However, on the good side of things, tomorrow we're in the indoors and we have 3 new judges, and I always think when you've got new judges, it's a new day, isn't it? It's like going to a completely separate show. So that's the way I've got to see it. I don't know how well we'll do now, because now he's already 9th. He's got a low score, you know, he's only got 64%, so I'm gonna have to get a really good percent tomorrow to like come in the top 3. And I know it's a home internationals and I shouldn't be, but I was kind of aiming for top 3, only because again he's so established at the level. So that's what's happening tomorrow. We'll see how he does. We're actually going out for some food tonight, so that'll cheer me up because I like dinner. Yeah, we're going for an Indian. I'm gonna go and have a shower now. I don't think I'll take you to the curry house because I'm a bit grumpy. Yeah, so that's it. Hello.
Hello,
Good morning.
everybody. Welcome.
How's everybody doing?
Just judge him for like.
Oh, were you like me?
Yeah.
You like my big horse?
No, when you just do an average.
Yeah. They don't like them if they're too big or too small.
No.
They like it in between.
I wanted to have paid over 10 grand for it.
Oh, we love you.
it has got hot like a chili pot. Yeah, so I'm really, you know what, I'm just tired, to be fair, so I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I rode my lovely Lego again. Oh, I need to change where I'm standing. There we go, that's better. I rode my lovely Lego again in the Advanced Medium 98. This is the first time I've done this test for absolutely ages, and he was of course he was a superstar. He's always a superstar. So I made a couple of errors. One of them was in the center line. I just lost my connection with him. He like dropped behind the bit, meaning that he broke into canter, which isn't great, but you know, that's fair enough. And then for some reason, obviously because my head's just been a bit all over the place, in the serpentine I rode the first two changes like perfectly, and then I kicked him in the last one. I never kick him. I don't kick him because he does beautiful changes. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry. So he went a bit squiffy, and then I just kind of had to reload and restart that. But anyway, so that was that. He ended up on 63.9, I think, which is absolutely madness because he only scored 64% yesterday, and he did a beautiful clear round, and he went just as well as he did yesterday, except for he made 2 mistakes. So I'm not moaning about getting the same score, but on paper he should have scored worse, shouldn't he? And he should have maybe scored more yesterday. But I think this has just been the theme of how things are going at this show at the moment. I mean, I know a lot of my team members have also been really disappointed with their score. I do think they are marking very harsh here, but then again, it's a home internationals. I don't know whether they've all had a chat with each other and all said, oh, let's mark them really harshly, because no one's getting like massive scores. People are winning on like 67%. So all the scores are just genuinely really low. So yeah, so that's basically how it's been going down. I am done now. I finished with Leggy. He's all mucked out. Everything's finished and we're about ready to go home, but we can't go home until the closing ceremony. Yes, where we all get to stand like children in the arena. But yeah, so we've got to do the closing ceremony. I'm not a fan of these things, but you have to do it. It's part of the team, so I will do it. But that's it. So I will show you the closing ceremony and then sign off with you later. I'm sorry that this is like the first time. I think this is the first time I've spoke to you. Oh, it's been a long day. I'm getting very confused. But basically I was going to put all the vlogs as separate vlogs, but now it's just one giant vlog. So if you're still watching, well done for being a committed follower. So anyway, I'm going to go now. I'll see you after the opening ceremony to say goodbye. But yeah, I just love riding my pony. I'm not, you know, I'm disheartened about scores over this weekend, but you know what, if you're riding the horse you love, then you've already won, haven't you? So I'll see you shortly. Hi everyone and welcome back to my house in Bridgnorth. So I've actually been back now for like 4 days and I just haven't got around to finishing this vlog yet, which I'm going to do now. I also wanted to have like a few days to reflect on it before I can you see me okay? Is that light like really annoying? Yeah, so I basically want to have a few days to reflect on how the weekend went before I finished it off, so I could tell you my absolute honest opinion, because obviously when you're dealing with things at the times, there's a lot of emotions going on. So I didn't want to I obviously told you I felt after every test, but I didn't want to, you know, I wanted to have a good think about what I was going to say. So that's what I'm going to do now. It was an extremely disappointing weekend for me, and I don't know whether that's because we have had a few consecutive shows of like doing really well, and I don't know whether having a bad one after having quite a few good ones has just sent me a bit like, oh my god, it was a you know, it was quite a blow. Anyway, I'm just gonna really quickly debrief on how I felt after each test. So I was so, oh god, you saw what I said after the first one. I was so happy because I know he was going like a little bit behind the vertical and stuff, and that's not great. And I found it quite hard to deal with that. So
looking back upon reflection, maybe that's why he was, you know, why he was being marked a lot lower. What upset me the most after day one was that there were so little horses doing that test clear. The flying changes were just all over the place for so many horses, and I just felt so upset that we rode it correctly, accurately, and got everything in the right place. Anyway, I wrote a little rant on Facebook, and it wasn't you know, I really wasn't judge bashing. I wasn't trying to upset judges. I was basically just saying that I was disappointed in my mark, and I was disheartened. Now, I'm allowed to say that, you know, I ain't being funny, but we don't live in North Korea where you're gonna get shot if you speak your own opinion. So yeah, I put what I truly felt. I never bashed the judges. I never mentioned any judges' names. I wasn't horrible to judges at all. And that post absolutely blew up. Like, it blew up big time. I was really upset that I actually got a comment from my judge, a public comment, kind of just trying to correct me and say why we got such a low score. And I thought, you know, it was a little bit harsh doing it on my public page. You know, if you really truly felt like you needed to speak to me, you can private message me so easy on my page. You don't have to put a comment publicly, because I did not mention their name. I didn't personally attack the judges. So I thought that was really, you know, it really set me back, because I was like, whoa, like, I was not insulting anybody. Like, no, I wasn't trying to insult people. I was basically saying I was upset about the score that he got, and I was disheartened about it. But, you know, at no point did I attack anyone. So I thought the judge putting a comment, and again making a point that they were my judge as well, like actually writing your judge, I thought was a bit of a dig, and I didn't enjoy that. And so that it wound me up like even more, because I was like, my God, you didn't need to do that. So then on the second day, I was so, you know what, I didn't even want to ride. I was so in a fluster and just so like wound up, and that is why I made mistakes in that test. I rode a clear round on day one because I was relaxed and calm in my riding. When I rode on the second day, I kicked him in the changes, and I never ever do that, but you know, I was so up in my head because of what went on, and because of now being wound up, and that post just kicked off over Facebook, and I felt like it was people on my team and people on the judges' team, and it was just not what I needed. And again, I am allowed to write a post saying I'm disappointed, because one of the things that I do is try and be honest all the time. One of the reasons I think my page has got successful and people want to watch my videos is because I am open and I am honest. And that is exactly why I'm being honest now. And I know my husband's going to watch this video and shout at me, because that's what he does. And he'll be like, you shouldn't have said this. Anyway, I am going to say it. And yeah, so that's basically what happened. I made mistakes in the second day. But again, that's fine, whatever. But he scored the same score, even with mistakes in the test, to riding the test without mistakes, which makes absolutely no sense. And in all fairness, I could pick every winner. You know, I could pick the winners of my class before even watching them do a test, and I was right. So yeah, that's basically how I felt about this show. Yeah, it was a real setback for me, and I actually left this show go, what is the point if you don't have a big moving horse that naturally rides with this connection? You know, I know that so many people are like, oh yeah, because it's to do with the connection, or how on the bit they are, how they move over their back. But some horses do genuinely naturally move better and have more of that connection than other horses. Leggy, unfortunately, does have a very short neck, and he can like curl behind sometimes. It's really, really difficult to get him to take that bit forward. But, you know, it's not terrible at the same time. So yeah, I am trying my best, but I can't physically change the appearance of the horse. I can't physically make his back shorter, and I can't physically make his neck longer. So
those points are never going to happen, are they? Really, let's face it. You know, I've started breeding warm blood horses specifically for this reason. My 2 warm bloods that I've bred at home, I've dressage bred them, and I'm not joking you, Safi, my eldest one, she's a 2-year-old now, and you want to see her trot around the field. She literally holds herself in a perfect outline and trots with her legs like so high up in the air, and I'm like, I'm trying so hard with Allegro to get him to go anything similar to her natural paces. So that's where riding a horse like him becomes really difficult. I don't know, I just feel like, you know, if that horse didn't want to do things, he wouldn't do it, because I weigh like 9 stone and I'm 5 foot. He's like 700 kilos and is a massive 17.3. He's just huge, and if he didn't want to do it, he wouldn't do it. And then, so yeah, I was really disheartened and upset over the weekend, and it cost so much money and so much time. And let's not forget, while I'm not at home, I'm not teaching, so it's like, yeah. But that's just how things go. You have to take the good with the bad. But like I say, I wanted to be truly honest in this video, because I actually think it's also really good for me to look back at these times, to look back at these videos and to see how I actually felt at the time. I want to be totally honest with you guys, and I also want to be really honest with myself. And, you know, even if nobody watches this video and future Zara watches it back, this is how I felt at the time. But anyway, onwards and moving on. When I got back home, I had a few days off. I went on like a fun ride with Sunny, and I had so much fun. And just like played around with the horses a bit, which I think I really needed. So that's what I did when I got home. I've now regrouped, I've reassessed everything that's going on, and I'm just gonna crack on and move up the levels. Actually, Steph Croxford wrote a really nice comment on my post about just, you know, saying you just move up the levels, you're gonna get it anyway. She had it for 20 years, I'll get the same, and it is what it is, basically. So, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. My goal is to get into Grand Prix, and it's always gonna stay at that goal. And I mean, after I got back and I was like, right, I'm going to get into Grand Prix. I'm going to prove to people, I'm going to prove that we can do it. The first day that I rode him, we had like 4 days off, and the first day I got back to riding, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to try and ride 2-time changes today, because he needs to go up the levels, and I'm just going to see what happens. And I'm not joking you, bless that horse, he just has a heart of a dragon. I was just like, I have never ridden a 2-time change in my life, and he has never done one ever either. And I came down the long side, I was like, right, 2-time changes, and he did 7 straight consecutive 2s. So I was like, bah!
I'm only laughing because you can't give them the change. I can't even count them. They up that quick. I'm trying to count them.
There you go. I'm not rubbish. We're not rubbish. We can do good things. So anyway, I'm sure this video is now 1,000 hours long. So I am going to stop and finish it here. Yeah, so that's what happened. That's how I felt. This is how I feel now, is I'm just cracking on. We've got the big summer championship coming up, because he actually qualified for in 3 of his classes. Again, can't be that bad. We did qualify for 3 classes. So yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm going to leave the vlog here. I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's definitely been a different one. I've not been as happy as I normally am, but you know, life goes on. It's just bloody dressage. Ugh, who actually cares? So anyway, moving on. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.